I gotta have it, and I'm jonesing all the time. I like to grab 2 packs and then get a ribbon. Doesn't matter if I'm set building or just car flipping. I'm a 2-pack-a-day ripper, 2-pack-a-day ripper. Whacked out on wax, prone to pick and pass. I'm hooked on hits, colors and glitz, and especially serial number. Let's go on a tear.
Oh, I'm going to be drinking an awful lot. And that's water, by the way. It's kind of in the afternoon right now. I've been really sick, and that's why we haven't done this, because I actually expected to give these cards away last week, but I have been so sick, and it just didn't happen. And I had to get it done today, because the card we are going to give away, this K-Line card, needs to be done today, because tomorrow there's going to be a video that drops regarding this guy, and I wanted to make sure it got out into the public, out into your pocket perhaps, and that's why I needed to get in here today, even though I'm not at 100%. So anyway, here's the thing we're going to give away. We're going to give this K-Line card away, which is one of my favorite cards. This is a part of my collection. Like the kids say, part of my PC, but it's really part of my legacy collection. It's a pretty decent version of the card. So it's going to go to somebody who can appreciate it and hopefully, put it in your PC and make life grand at your house. The cards we're going to open today in the 2-pack-a-day rip are, let's see, this is the 1994 Leaf card. They were created by Donruss back in the 90s. Look at that, $149. Oh, I mean, $149. They're $249 is what the original price was. That's what $1 off back in the day. I must be 1996. It says there on the price. And in this pack, I have a set of these, and I can't remember everybody that's in it, rookie wise. I know that Sean Green is one of the rookies. Garrett Anderson, Edmonds, Jim Edmonds, Carl Everett. Charles Johnson, I think he's the number 1 card in here. So that's in this one. In this cards pack, 1989, that's going to have, I hope it has, the Junior Griffey in there, Smoltz rookie in there, Randy Johnson rookie in there. There's several other. Mark Grace, I think. So there's that. And this is one of my favorites to open. These are those action pack cards. They're kind of sculpted, high-profile sculptured cards. They were real popular. Excuse me. I loved them. There's 2 different versions of this, and I've got both sets. I just thought they were fun. And in today's world where we're really starting to highlight some of those old ball players and some of the sets that are being created, this is a lot of fun. So we are going to do all 3 of those, plus give this away. And I need to show you something that I think was very, very funny. I use a format here to do this program called Riverside FM. And what they do is at the end of the year, they kind of take some highlights of some of the work that I've done and other people have done. And they send them back to you and kind of go, hey, here's something you should work on. And I got that. I opened that up and I started laughing because it looks like I use a certain word or contraction or whatever you may want to call it to link up thoughts and sentences and other things. Well, never mind. Just watch what they want me to work on for this next year. Yeah, that's it. Okay, we're just adding that one on to next year. I'll work on that for you. Okay, let's go ahead, get to these. Then we'll get to that K-Line card, and we'll have some fun. Oh, I just want to make sure you saw this too. These are the cards from last time, and I haven't put all the ones that need to go in sleeves yet in sleeves, but I will. And are we ready to get going? Well, wonderful. I can't wait to get a ripping. Well, here are the cards. If you remember, we had some of those big cards that we opened up, and Just a lot of really nice cards in there. Some postcards. Some of these Leaf cards, too. I'm not sure. These aren't Leaf cards. These are Pacific cards. But just some really nice ones there. And so anyway, let's get to ripping. What should we do first? I think I'll save this one. Let's just do them in this order right here. How about that? These are one of the ones I love to do. I love these cards. Okay, let's get a cracking. These are from 1993 Series 1 All-Star Gallery Action Packed. And they are guaranteed full of Hall of Famers. Of course they are. All right. Oh, they're not stuck together either. That's nice. Look at that. Bill Madlock. Time out. I don't think Madlock's in the Hall of Fame, but he is a talented guy. Let's see what it says there. Guaranteed Hall of Famer inside. Okay, so they're just guaranteed there are some Hall of Famers in here. Beautiful, beautiful card of Bill Madlock. Mad Dog. I love that guy. He was a former Tiger. Oh, this guy, Al Rosen. He was an incredible player that a lot of people just don't acknowledge anymore. I'm going to be doing a video on him and Ralph Kiner. I hope you'll watch that one when that becomes available to you. Jimmy Pearsall, a man who had some demons, kind of exorcised them and became a really good ball player and a good announcer for the White Sox later on in his career. Roy White, big-time Yankee during the times when the Yankees weren't so good. When I was a kid growing up, I had a friend who just loved the Yankees, and it was Roy White and Bobby Mercer. That was his only claim that he could make on that team back then. And then some guy came up named Thurman Munson, which changed things immensely. But Roy White was one of the guys I heard about all the time when I was a kid. Okay, Billy Pierce, a very good pitcher for the White Sox for many years, and actually came up with the Detroit Tigers. I'm sure you're tired of hearing that, but sorry, I'm a Tiger guy. I'm a homer. It's a nice card. Here's Mel Parnell, a Boston Red Sox favorite. This guy was loved by many. And here is Enos Slaughter, Cardinal favorite. And he later played for the Yanks, too. Okay, these are cool. I'm just going to kind of tilt this and see if you can see the relief on there. Oh, there you go. See that? All the cards are like that. Aren't they kind of fun? I think they're fun. All right, we're going to put those in the box. Put them in the box. Let's take a look at the 1989 cards and see what we've got. There's some many good stars in there. Like I think I said, let's see, Ken Griffey Jr. and John Smoltz, Mark Grace, Randy Johnson. There's several other people in there too. So we'll take a look. Oh, look at that. That is almost pristine. I think that's rookie gum. That is rookie gum right there. I will not be sending that through the mail to you. Here is some company store information. I always kind of wanted one of those binders. I've been kind of watching them. There's some on eBay right now. I'm thinking someday I might just buy one of those just for fun because I always wanted one when I was younger. Okay, let's take a look at these. 1989 Topps, which are nice looking cards. Again, I think I've said this. I didn't like these cards. This was at the time when I was getting out of cards because there were just too many cards that didn't really appeal to me. And I just snubbed my nose at all of them and walked away. And I've not liked them since. But when I started opening these here on the channel, I started really just finding a new appreciation for these. And you know what the other one is? Those god-awful 1991 Fleer cards with the yellow. I kind of have found that the photographs in those are pretty nice. Now, the yellow still kind of irritates me, but yeah, I guess it's the luxury of hindsight and old age and wisdom. Anyway, Alan Anderson for those Twins. Cecilio Guante for the Rangers. Here's Ricky Jordan. He was a good ball player. I liked him a lot. And doesn't that card look nice? They got that kind of a hot pink trim around those Phillies cards. I just think that's a neat look. All right, Mark Gubicza, Gooby. That's a good card of him. Gary Templeton, who was an incredible ball player, going straight from St. Louis to the Padres, and I think that was part. Yeah, it was part of the Ozzie Smith deal. And even though Ozzie, went to the Hall of Fame going to St. Louis, this guy's put up some numbers that were really, really respectable back in that time. So, yeah, Gary Templeton, good ball player. Here's Andre Dawson, a record breaker. What did he do? He logs double figures in home runs and stolen bases. That's pretty amazing. He was a good ball player all around. I think we're going to call him a 5-2 player. I think you can call him that too. Greg Walker. Jack McDowell, Black Jack McDowell. I have heard there's a YouTuber that I watch who sent the TTM to Jack and included some extra money because Jack has a band. And Jack sent this guy the entire set of CDs that him and his band have created. Just include a little money and you can get some good music. Jack McDowell, if you TTM him, I have no idea where to get the address for him, but I'm sure it's out there. All right, Todd Burns. Did you ever watch MASH? You remember Frank Burns? Anytime I see Todd Burns on there, I always want to go, Todd Burns eats worms. That's what they said about Frank Burns. So it's Todd Burns eats worms. All right. Jody Davis, great catcher for the Cubs. That's a nice photo. Kurt Wilkerson, come on. We don't have any of these great rookies in here. Kurt Wilkerson. Greg Gross. Zane Smith, a nice pitcher for a long time for the Braves. Jim Adducci or Adducci. Oh, there we are, Tom Glavine. There we go. That's a nice card. I'm glad we got this guy anyway. It's not a rookie, but it is a Hall of Famer, and a good one at that. Okay, excellent. Excellent. Let's put these away in here. All right, we're down to the 1994 Leaf cards. We're $1.49 or $149. I'm not sure which one it was. 15 cards, Series 1. Again, I'm trying to remember everybody in here. Shawn Green, Jim Edmonds, Garrett Anderson. I can't think. It's been so long. And like I said, I know I have the set. There were no really big rookies in this set. I'm having trouble. I need to call in the cavalry. Gonna make it hard for me to open my cards. Well, I oughta. There we go. Sorry I gave up on it. All right, I'm hoping these aren't bricked. These things have a tendency to do that. Not too bad. Not too bad. Let me just turn these around and get all the... These things are all over the place. Well, we'll just do it this way. Oh, look who we have. Look at that card. Somebody's tossing a little chin music at Donnie Baseball. That's not a nice thing to do. But take a look at the backs of these cards. You get like 3 pictures of this guy. These are beautiful cards. All right. This is Wally Whitehurst. I'm going to show you the backs of these too. They're just very nice cards. I'm going to keep Donnie out because Donnie's so cool. Ron Karkovice. Played his entire career with the White Sox. All right. Here is Robin Ventura. He was a big star for the White Sox. Good ball player. Made the mistake of going out and taking Nolan Ryan. I know the moment he took that step out onto the infield, he knew he'd made a mistake. All right. Jose Guzman. He was a good pitcher for a minute. Oh, look at the ivy back there. Beautiful. All right. Here is John Smiley. He's a good pitcher for a while. Beautiful card. Oops, I just dropped them. Don't worry, we didn't trash any. All right, Jamie Moyer. Now this guy pitched forever. I think he was pitching before airplanes were invented. I'm not sure. He's been around. Great stats. If you want to look him up, he could almost make a claim for the Hall. He's got those kind of stats, but sometimes it's just the longevity part. But that's okay. Those are still wins and still good stats. Joe Oliver, catcher. Nice card. Here is Chuck Knobloch. Is that just one card? Okay. Remember, Chuck had issues throwing the ball to first base, and he was a good second baseman, and he was a good ball player. The yips, like those guys that play golf and some of that stuff, tennis elbow, I don't know, just some kind of issue that prohibited him from getting that ball to first base. Messed up his career a little bit. Armando Reynoso. It's a pretty card. Look at that mustache. Whew, nice. This is Brett Barbary. Anytime I think of Brett Barbary, every card I know, and it has this kind of a teal color, and that hat is teal. Everything is teal. I always think of him just like this. The same color scheme. All right, who is this? Dave Hollins. Dave Hollins, part of the cleanup crew, it says there. This must be some kind of an insert. It's a nice card. All right, a couple more here. Here is Tino Martinez. Look at him. Back when he was with Seattle, made a name for himself in the Big Apple. 2 cards left. My favorite modern player of all time, Alan Trammell. He's going, hey, Kirby, you're out. I'm going to get Tim Laudner running down to first base, too, so just everybody hold their horses. I love that card. I love Alan Trammell. Okay, final card. This is Billy Ashley. Another one of those great Dodger youngsters back in those days. Excuse me. I think I'm going to need something to drink. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, there you go. Look at that. We're going to look at that one more time. Don't you throw it, Don Mattingly. Don't you know who he is? He's the Hitman. Okay. Now, who do you think got these cards? How do you know? You don't know. We're going to take a spin here in just a second. We're going to find out who picked up these and who picked up this. So don't go away. The interesting stuff is going to happen right now. All right, this is for the 2-pack-a-day rip for today. Let's go ahead and shuffle this 3 times. 2, 3, and let's just go over some of the contestants here. 3 Good Nerds, J Average Vintage Collector, Reverend Steve Cards, BCS Sports Cards, Sean Henderson 4XE, and Sean Hulbert 5661. So these are the folks that are all up for grabs. So why don't we go ahead and give this thing a go and see who wins the 2-pack-a-day rip. That's these cards that we just opened right now. All right. Nice spin on this one. Let's see who gets it. Yeah, Reverend Steve. Oh my gosh, you won again. Great. Good job, Reverend Steve. Let's hear it for old Steve. There we go. All right. All right, let's get reset for the K-Line card. So I think I just called Shane Hulbert Sean Hulbert. I'm sorry about that. I know who you are. I just made a mistake. Sorry about that. All right, are we set to start with this K-Line card? All right, here we go. Let's shuffle it a couple of times here. 3 times maybe. 2, 3. And let's get this show on the road. You ready? Let's do it. Okay, here's the winner of that K-Line card. It is... BCS Sports Cards. Bart, it's all yours, my friend. Thank you very much, you guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for viewing. Thank you for commenting. I do appreciate it. I really enjoyed today's rip, and I really did enjoy giving away one of my favorite cards. I know it's going to go to you, and I know that Bart's going to enjoy this thing. I know he's going to enjoy this, and I'm very glad that he's got it, and I'm glad Steve won the big pack. I really appreciate that too. Make sure you watch the video that drops tomorrow of Mr. K-Line. I certainly would appreciate that. Talk soon.
Thank you for watching this 2-pack-a-day Ripper video. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Help us feed the ego of the big guy. Frankly, we're exhausted doing it by ourselves.